An agonizing roar echoed through the scorching African valley. At the shocking scene before him, Jack froze in horror. Just bones covered by dusty skin, a lion, once majestic and powerful, lay motionless at the bottom of an abandoned construction trench. Its cloudy eyes silently begged for help in desperate resignation. With each labored, weak breath in the blistering heat, life was fading. A legendary predator had been transformed into a helpless victim of circumstance, fighting for the last precious drop of hope against impossible odds. What you're about to see forever changed this man's life. Keep watching to witness the most incredible rescue ever filmed in the African savannah, a moment that will leave you speechless. Jack felt his heart racing wildly against his chest as he witnessed the fragility of life struggling before his eyes. Clearly trapped for many days without food or water under the merciless African sun, the magnificent lion was barely alive. He approached cautiously, hand extended with trepidation, seeking any sign of reaction from the dying creature. When a weak, desperate moan pierced his soul, he knew he needed to act immediately or witness death itself. With hands trembling and dampened by nervous sweat, he grabbed his phone and frantically dialed the Kruger National Park Rangers, his voice breaking with uncontrollable emotion as he described the critical situation unfolding. The rescue team promised to arrive within 30 anxious minutes. Jack hung up, his mind clouded with distress and guilt, his eyes fixed unblinkingly on the dying animal. Despite the heat, he quickly removed his jacket, improvising shade to protect the feline from the scorching sun. Silently, he blamed himself for abandoning the construction project, carelessly turning the unfinished trench into a deadly animal trap. If only he had been more responsible and thoughtful, this magnificent creature wouldn't be fighting for its last breath. At the edge of the dusty trench, Jack waited impatiently. Each passing minute felt like an eternity of unbearable apprehension. The fear of losing that precious life suffocated him completely, until the distant, welcome rumble of an approaching engine brought a sudden wave of desperate relief washing over him. He jumped up, frantically waving his arms in the air. Samuel and Jacob, the experienced forest rangers from Kruger, jumped urgently from the rescue truck with specialized equipment, their expressions grave and focused as they assessed the dire situation. The skeletal body of the once mighty lion barely showed movement. With practiced hands, Samuel carefully checked the fading vital signs, his forehead deeply wrinkled with professional concern and empathy. Have you ever witnessed a wild animal in desperate need of help? Share your experience in the comments below. Your story could save precious lives and inspire others not to remain indifferent when our wildlife needs us most. It's been trapped here for about 5 days without sustenance, they concluded grimly. Jacob observed with sadness, we don't even need to administer sedation. The poor creature has absolutely no strength left to offer any resistance. Jack felt the devastating impact of those clinical words, a conflicting mixture of momentary relief and profound sadness. Recognizing that each passing second was crucial, the skilled rangers quickly formulated a detailed rescue plan. Samuel turned to remind Jack about the critical importance of properly marking construction sites in protected conservation areas. Deeply embarrassed, Jack solemnly promised never to repeat such a careless mistake. They methodically prepared strong ropes and a sturdy, reinforced canvas, each precise movement carefully calculated with professional precision. The tense air was heavy with the unspoken gravity of the critical moment. Jack watched anxiously, his heart racing with anticipation, silently praying for the precious life they were desperately trying to save. With extreme care born from years of experience, the rangers positioned themselves. Samuel securely gripped the front paws, Jacob handled the back legs, united completely by the same noble purpose of preservation. With determined hands, Jack firmly held the supporting ropes, absolutely committed to making amends for his regrettable mistake, to give the magnificent lion a fighting second chance at life. Painstakingly slowly, the severely weakened body was carefully lifted, inch by deliberate inch, out of the treacherous, dry trench. The tremendous physical effort was visibly etched on the faces of all 3 men, sweat profusely streaming as they fought against the merciless clock of mortality. Amid that suffocating tension and focused concentration, the lion briefly opened its amber eyes with unexpected awareness, as if expressing silent gratitude, before weakly closing them again. They delicately placed the fragile body onto the protective canvas, carefully covering it with a specialized thermal blanket for stability, then efficiently transported it to the waiting rescue vehicle, mentally preparing for the desperate race against approaching death. Jack watched the hasty departure with conflicted emotions, a slender thread of cautious hope visible in his worried gaze. Thick dust clouds rose dramatically as the vehicle urgently accelerated, speeding toward the equipped Kruger Veterinary Station down the road, where a specialized medical team was already anxiously waiting. Under harsh bright lights that starkly revealed its severely critical condition, the lion was immediately rushed to the emergency treatment area. The veterinarian's diagnosis was gravely severe, extreme, life-threatening dehydration requiring immediate aggressive medical intervention. The life-saving intravenous fluid was administered as the first critical measure, each precious drop steadily carrying the promise of renewed life. During that first tense day, the lion remained completely motionless, its breathing so faint and irregular it was barely perceptible to observers. The dedicated medical team diligently took shifts, maintaining constant vigilance, meticulously monitoring and recording every slight change in vital signs. Jack couldn't focus or concentrate on anything else in his life, calling the clinic frequently throughout each day for any news. Samuel and Jacob also faithfully visited the facility daily without fail, all three united by the same powerful hope for recovery, anxiously counting the passing hours like counting precious heartbeats. On the cautiously optimistic second day, subtle, encouraging signs of improvement appeared, more stable, regulated breathing and noticeably decreased trembling in the limbs. On the breakthrough third day, the veterinarian announced excitedly that the resilient animal had remarkably managed to sit upright, successfully drink water, and willingly accept small portions of meat. Jack visited immediately, deeply moved to see renewed life in those expressive eyes that had been almost completely extinguished before. Samuel smiled confidently with professional satisfaction, stating that the remarkable recovery was steadily progressing, significantly better and faster than anyone had initially expected. Day after promising day, the magnificent lion visibly gained strength. First sitting confidently, then standing on shaky legs, its initially uncertain, wobbly steps across the recovery enclosure gradually became noticeably more steady and purposeful. Jacob thoughtfully brought fresh, quality meat daily without fail, substantially helping accelerate the impressive recovery process. A transformative week later, the incredible transformation was undeniably visible, the alert, focused gaze, the increasingly dignified, royal posture returning. Jack felt an indescribable, profound relief washing over him, like someone mercifully forgiven after committing a serious moral mistake. The experienced veterinarians unanimously confirmed the obvious conclusion: the lion was definitely ready to leave the emergency medical facility. Detailed plans were carefully prepared for the important transfer to a specially designed semi-wild, monitored enclosure within the park, where it would safely complete its remarkable recovery journey in a significantly more natural, appropriate environment. Walking with visibly increasing determination and purpose, its expressive eyes once again brilliantly shone with renewed life. Jack, Samuel, and Jacob watched with unconcealed emotion and pride the extraordinary, inspiring journey of that remarkable survivor. The knowledgeable rangers confidently predicted that within a few months, it could successfully return completely to the wild African savanna. Jack silently promised to himself and the magnificent creature never to forget the profound, life-changing lesson he had learned. Where crushing despair once existed, powerful hope was miraculously born. Where debilitating weakness once reigned, impressive strength gloriously emerged. The rightful king of the jungle was proudly reclaiming its lost throne, thanks to genuine human compassion and decisive, quick action. This is a powerful reminder of the transformative power of second chances, when we truly care enough to take meaningful action in this world. Did this emotional rescue story touch your heart? Don't keep it to yourself. Like, comment, and share right now so more people can witness the incredible power of a single rescue. And don't forget to follow our channel for more amazing wildlife stories that will touch your heart and inspire your soul.